Hi, everyone. Sorry I will not be in class today or this week. I am still recovering from my knee surgery, and hopefully I'll be able to come back next week. But I don't want to miss a whole week of learning and don't want us to get too far behind. So I'll do some short videos this week just to make sure that we're moving forward a little bit. Okay. I want to finish the Gemara. There's a little bit left in the Gemara that we were doing on Kavod Abriot. And I want to talk about so I would start with Chavruta, maybe getting together, going through this Rashi of Ulachoto. We were saying in this Rashi that the Torah has two psukim. One says that a Nazir cannot become tummy for anyone. The second pasuk says that a Nazir cannot become tummy for father, mother, sister, brother. So we went through father, mother, brother, and then the last word Ulachoto. So what do we learn from Ulachoto? So let's look in the Gemara. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines from the bottom. It says Tashma. Come and listen. Ula achoto, and your sister. So what halacha do we learn from your sister? Ma tamid lomar. So what do we learn from that? Harei shahaya holech lishchot et pischo. Let's say someone is walking on their way to shech the karban pesach. Pet pischo means the karban pesach. Ulamil asbino. Or they're going to get a bris for their son. V'shama shemes lo mes. And they hear that they have a mace. What that means is that they have a relative who they're responsible to bury. So shema, and they hear shemes lo mes. It's almost like someone died for them, but literally it means a relative dies. If you look at Rashi here, it says v'shema shemes lo mes, mikrovav, from their relatives. One of the relatives that they are allowed to become tamei for. Can they go back and become tamei for them? Amart lo yitama. They can't. They're not allowed to become tamei for them. Yachol. So. Okay. Okay. So look at Rashi for a second. So Rashi says, Amart lo yitama, hoel ve'onad shchitat pesach, he v'chala alav chavat pesach shebekaret. Im yitamayim yivatel melasot pesach v'lamulot benonami mitzukareti. So a person cannot become tamei and then bring the karban pesach. A person can't become tamei and then bring a karban in the Beit Midrash. So hoel, since v'onat shchitas the pesach, it's the time to bring the karban pesach. You can only do that during Erev Pesach. Obviously, there's Pesach Sheni, but let's say for now, you have to bring the karban on the time, or not as like the time of shchitas the pesach. The time to bring the karban pesach is Erev Pesach. V'chala alav chobat pesach shehu bekaret. And during that time in Erev Pesach, the mitzvah, the obligation to bring the karban pesach falls on that person. Okay, and the punishment for not doing is karet. Im yitama, if the person becomes tamei, yivatel melasot pesach, then they become batal. They'll be invalid. They'll be unable to bring the karban pesach. V'lamulat benonami mitzvah kareti. And also, if you giving your son a brit or making sure your son has a brit is also punishable by karet. The two mitzvah that you get punished with karet for not doing it, meaning usually if you just don't do a positive mitzvah, like you don't give tzedakah, or you don't hear the shofar, or you don't say shema, so that's called your mevatel in aseh. You just didn't do a mitzvah. But there are two mitzvot that you get punished for not doing, right? You should have done the mitzvah aseh, and you didn't do it, so you get punished for it. You get a kares for it. And those two are the karban pesach and making sure your son has a brit milah. They're seeing this such important mitzvah, so central to Jewish life, that if you don't do them, you end up getting karet. So here the person's in a predicament. They're told that they have an obligation to bury someone. Their relative just died. Okay. So they have to go back and bury them, right? Imagine someone was about to go to their they're literally going to the shul for their son's bris. They get a call that their father or mother just died. So what do? They know that if they leave, take care of the funeral arrangements, the bris is not going to happen. And certainly if they go take care of the funeral arrangements, they become tamei, they can't bring the carbon pesach. So what should they do? So yachal yaser v'tama, should they go back and become, back in the Gemara, third to last line. So should they go back and become tamei? Amart lo yitama. So we're told don't become tamei. So, meaning when we say that a Nazir can never become tamei, we mean never become tamei. We mean, literally, if someone's on the way to do for anything. So here as well, if someone's on the way to do a mitzvah, they can't do. So even if someone's on the way to do a mitzvah, that we're told they should not become tamei. So yachal kashem she'enu matamei lehem kach enu matamei lemeis mitzvah. But is it also the case that if someone becomes tamei, that they also can't become tamei for mitzvah? Tamid lomar ulachotel. That a person become tamei for they can't become tamei for their sister. Lachotehu de'enu matamei. They can't become tamei for their sister. Abamatame hu lemeit mitzvah, but they can become tamei for a mate mitzvah. Okay. So, 1 second. Okay. So the point is that in general, this is, let's say, beyond just the Nazir, but in general, if someone's going to be bringing a carbon pesach, we would tell them, bring the carbon pesach and then go to your relative to take care of the situation, because otherwise you'll be getting kares for not taking care of the carbon pesach. So in general, we would tell someone, don't become tamei, go take care of your of the mitzvah, and then go and take care of your relative. However, if it's a mate mitzvah, if it's a situation where there's no one else to take care of this body, and this could be a relative too, there's no one else to take care of this body, you're the only one that can do it. So in that situation, you do become tamei. From Achoto, we learn that you don't become tamei for your sister, but you do become tamei for a mate mitzvah. So a mate mitzvah is so important. The point of all this is that we were just saying, the whole flow of the Gemara was that kavod habriot does not push off mitzvah from the Torah unless in case it involves money. We said that kavod habriot pushes off mitzvah involving money from the Torah or mitzvah d'Rabbanan. Here now we're talking about a situation where kavod habriot pushes off mitzvah in the Torah that have nothing to do with money and are not d'Rabbanan. We're saying that kavod habriot, taking care of a mate mitzvah, taking care of a dead body, which would be the ultimate example of kavod habriot. That mitzvah takes precedence. It's a kavod habriot, like mate mitzvah, takes precedence over your son's brit milah or carbon pesach. So we're seeing that even though carbon pesach and brit milah are so important, that you would do it. You hear a relative dies, you take care of the mitzvah, and then you deal with the parent or the relative. So when it comes to a mate mitzvah, that overrides these mitzvah. Even though if you take care of that mate mitzvah, it's going to mean your son's bris will be pushed off, or you become tamei and can't do the carbon pesach. Even so, you take care of the mate mitzvah instead of doing those mitzvah. So now we're stuck because wait a second, we've been saying that this does not seem to fit into the categories of mitzvot that a person the kavod habriot will push aside. So why do kavod habriot? Why does the mate mitzvah push aside the mitzvah of brit milah and carbon pesach? That question we'll answer tomorrow. Leave you in a cliffhanger. That we will answer tomorrow, and hopefully with that we'll wrap up this section and start a new topic on Thursday. All right, everyone. Look forward to seeing you hopefully next week, and enjoy your day. Oh, and of course, if I forgot, make sure to subscribe below. And to know that you listened to the video, please comment in the bottom the name of your favorite Pesach candy or sweet. Bye.